racism is actually quite good. Or at least that is the idea that we are testing today. Welcome to the first episode of Can It Be Justified? In this series I take some of the most absurd, controversial or offensive ideas that you guys suggest and try and rationalise them. I don't personally believe in these stances. The challenge is whether the argument can hold up. Once you've seen it, you can respond in the comments accordingly, for or against this point. The goal is to explore ideas critically and remove political labels, so don't tell me you're a liberal or conservative, just focus on the argument itself. Alright, let's get straight into it. Picture life 10,000 years ago. Humans lived in small bands, often no more than 20 to 50 people. Every person had a role: hunter, gatherer or caregiver. Survival was never guaranteed. One wrong decision could mean famine, attack from rival groups or disease. And in such a fragile environment, humans evolved instincts to protect themselves and their kin. Preferring people who look similar wasn't hate, it was survival. Facial features, skin tone, or even other markers indicated whether someone belonged to the group. Trusting those who looked like you minimised risk. Anthropologists noted that early humans were very cautious with outsiders. Think of two small tribes coming into contact. They might trade occasionally, but each group had to protect its own. Those who instinctively favoured their own members were more likely to survive. That isn't moral reasoning, it's purely functional logic, grounded in evolution. Even today, remnants of this tribal instinct remain. Humans naturally gravitate towards those who seem familiar, and it's an ingrained behaviour from thousands of years of survival in tight-knit groups. You can also see this in more modern times too. When people move into a new country, they rarely spread out evenly. I mean, look at London. You'll see entire neighbourhoods shaped by immigrant communities where there are strong Indian, Somali or Turkish areas. On the surface, that's just about comfort, shared food, language and also religion. But deeper down, it's also that tribal instinct still working. People feel safer surrounded by their own. And therefore, you could potentially make the argument that being racist therefore brings the benefit of stronger social cohesion and community within a given society. Now, here's where things get a bit more polarising. Some would argue that this clustering isn't just about culture, but it's also just about avoiding problems. People can point to statistics and say that certain groups bring in higher crime rates or social instability.
And by the way, it goes without saying, this is a racial issue. It is always the same color. It's always the usual suspects. And it's not just these random acts of violence. It's everything else too. Every carjacking, almost every package theft. It is always the same profile every single time. They are so few, such a small segment of the population, 13%. And yet they comprise the majority, it seems, of these public outbursts, of the property crime, of the violent crime, of the random sociopathic crime like this.
Does he really not have a bit of a point here? Positive discrimination has been a term used to racially discriminate against white people for a bit now, but could the same logic be applied to everyday life and other races to ensure a higher standard of safety for yourself here, like Nick says? At the end of the day, that's what racism really is. A survival mechanism baked into human nature. It isn't just about crime stats or feeling safe around your own. It's about protecting what's familiar and keeping your group alive. Every culture in history has done it. Every society has drawn those lines. So when people call racism evil, they ignore that for most of human history, it has been the rule, not the exception. You can call it ugly, you can call it unfair, but you can't deny it works. Because the groups that practiced it are the ones that lasted. So, maybe racism isn't that bad after all. But, that's just my take. Now, you tell me, what's wrong with this video? Did I miss something? Did I get it backwards? Or do you think I nailed it? Drop your arguments in the comments, for or against. And while you're there, tell me the next topic you want me to cover in this series. Whichever one gets the most comments, that's the one I'll do, no matter how ridiculous. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, or a hate comment. I really don't care.